Someone I've known for 20 years. Can you believe that?
Did you say 20?
It's 20 years.
That's dating us, Rich.
It is 20 years since I walked into the newsroom of the CBS Evening News in Black Rock, or wherever it was on the west side of Manhattan.
In New York, yeah.
In New York. And there I was, fresh out of school at Northwestern School of Journalism, working the phones.
I can't believe you're going to tell the people. I can't believe you're going to tell the people this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there was Chris and Chris. There was the intern for Dr. Bob Arnott, right?
That's right. He was the medical correspondent.
Flew all over the country, running out on assignment, and I'm sitting there answering the phones for Dan Rather, and that intern was Melissa Stark.
Yours truly.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was still in college at the time. I didn't even have a degree, Rich. Yeah, and I got the real.
Gosh.
I got the real. I mean,
Yeah,
he let me do
experience.
interviews and different things and.
Yeah, and I got my I guess rules that I had to follow in my job was when Dan Rather buzzed down from his office. It was one of those old phones with the cubes would light up for the extensions. Again, dating myself again. And there was this red cube for the hold button, and that you'd press. The buzzing noise that came with the hold button drove him nuts. So I had to just place the phone down on the desk.
But did you do that? But you did that well.
Of course I did. Oh.
Yes.
And now I have my own hotel.
Yes.
Here at
Look how far you've come.
Here at the Super Bowl.
In 20 years, Rich.
Across from the stadium. That you were just there?
I was just there. I was shooting
Inside
a piece,
the stadium?
a behind-the-scenes piece for NBC. So I sat down with the producer, the director, Fred Gadelli, and Drew Escoff, who I used to work with on Monday Night Football.
Back in the day, yeah.
So that was fun. And then Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth sort of talked to them about it's Al's, as you know, you had him on. It's his ninth Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Talk about dating somebody. Yeah, it's his ninth Super Bowl. So we were doing this really cool thing. I was the only one allowed out on the field because they just painted it. And the cable cam, you know, the one that's 20 yards above the players.
Yeah, yeah.
It goes across the field.
That hovers.
The innovative angles that NBC is going to provide.
Yeah, and you've been doing the Super Bowl Tonight show with Prime on NFL Network every night here in town.
I borrowed Prime from you for the week. He's my TV husband for the week.
There's nobody like him.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, there really is, and you're out there with the people, and I mean, I've never been around somebody who's more famous than him, and that's a true story.
It's unbelievable. We came out. I walked out of the room, and there were about 25 police officers for security guards. Are you guys here for me?
Are you serious?
No, yes.
No, you're seriously 25.
I mean, there were 25. I have a picture, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah. At Melissa Stark.
Yeah.
No doubt. And so you did Super Bowl 37, true? Right?
I did.
Back in the day?
I did. That was the one in Tampa. No. It was the Buccaneers. The one that the Buccaneers won. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I interviewed Warren
In San
Sapp after the
Diego?
game in San Diego. Yeah. And they beat the Raiders. I did. That was my one and only Super Bowl that I did.
Right.
Because then I had all the kids. and
Right.
Sort of took
How do you
some
see
time
this matchup, Melissa Stark? Let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
What do you think?
I see Gronk as being
Yeah.
the big. I mean, I'm sure everybody sees that, but I think
Right.
Seattle thrives on intimidation. And I talked to Belichick earlier this year. You know, you aired it on Game Day morning.
Or it was on Game Day first, before
Thank
Game
you,
Day
Rick.
morning, Melissa.
Thank you, Rich.
You're very welcome.
We're very sensitive about that on the NFL Network.
Listen, it was on
Yeah.
Game Day first.
Game Day first.
Yes.
And Belichick said it was very interesting because he comes from a dad in the military and everything. He said, "I've tried to break Gronk, and I've never been able to break him."
No kidding.
So you look at his team. I think certain guys. I've talked to people in the Broncos, and if you look at like Demaryius Thomas, you look at certain guys that maybe were intimidated last year by Seattle, and I just don't think Gronk can be intimidated.
You know what? It's just that he's not intimidated. He was asked today in his final media availability why he's such a partier, and he said, "Because I'm a baller," which I think is the latest evidence of Belichick not being able to break him.
Right. To be able to see, yes, exactly.
But the fact is, though, and everybody thinks that Belichick's such a a hard ass in that way, that here is Gronk being Gronk, and
they don't try to. I've talked to Belichick about that too. I mean, they don't try to rein him in. You have to let Gronk be Gronk.
Be Gronk.
Because that's the good thing about him.
So you think that the Patriots are you on this?
I think I'm going Patriots. Yeah, I know. No one's picking Seahawks, right?
Nobody is.
Right.
Why?
But you know what?
Right.
I mean, we saw what they were able to do against the Packers. Who knows, right?
Exactly.
Don't
right.
count them out.
I know. Melissa Stark is here on the Rich Eisen show. Who have you interviewed this week?
So I sat down with Belichick and Mr. Kraft.
Really?
Yes.
This week?
I did.
Right here in Arizona.
On Tuesday.
Are they pissed? What are they?
They are.
How would you describe them?
Well, Belichick was on to Seattle,
Yes.
So we did not revisit.
Not
everything.
even once.
No.
You'd even try and take the slide.
I tried.
Okay.
Oh, I tried. But Kraft, yes, Kraft is angry. I mean, Kraft, as you saw when he arrived here in Arizona, his first comments, that he came up with on the plane. I think it's like struck him to the core. But I mean, he thinks attributes it to jealousy, envy, all of their success.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jealousy, envy, and their success, which is what just drives more of the hate from a lot of people.
No one cared when the Vikings warmed footballs week 13.
Well, you keep bringing that up, but it keeps on begging the point that it is the Patriots. This is a Patriot thing, right? If Seattle, Melissa Stark, if Seattle was the ones to find with the 11 of the 12 footballs less the PSI,
right?
Well, it might be there's Pete Carroll doing something wrong or whatever.
But there's a history here, Rich.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a history with the Patriots.
Sure.
So.
I know.
So I mean, I think you've got to consider that. So I mean, Kraft can say whatever he wants in terms of the jealousy, and I'm sure there is some of that.
Sure.
I'm sure there is some of that. And Belichick himself probably isn't liked by a lot of just you look at Pete Carroll and you look at his demeanor and how loose he is, and
right.
So I think it all factors in.
Melissa Stark here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Rich, I hate to interrupt you, but
yes.
we were talking before the segment with Melissa, and I think she has a physical challenge she wanted to throw your way as
and
we
I put it
finish
out.
hour
I know
two.
Rich is always on. I put it out on Twitter that I would not do this interview unless you got on a horse with me.
You mean one of the horses that's out there?
We could even get on the same horse, Rich.
I don't know if that would be.
One of the horses that is out there.
All right,
There's
let's
more
do
than
it.
one.
Should we do it?
3 horses.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go
3 minutes
outside.
left.
Is it already that time?
Because I know it's going to rain tomorrow apparently here. So if I'm going to get on a horse at all, we're going to do it here and now.
Oh yeah.
So for the radio audience,
got
Rich and
this.
Melissa are walking outside.
That's right, we
now.
are. All right, which one am I getting? Ladies first. Which
Wait,
which
are you
horse do
wearing your
want?
horse riding attire?
Yeah, well, Joe Buck accused me of looking like Alex P. Keaton, so we're outside now. But choose your horse.
Okay, I'll choose this one. Can I hand you?
Okay.
Do you mind? Can I hand you that? Okay.
Should I get on this
come
one?
on this side. Okay.
Don't walk behind the horse, Rich.
I'm not going to definitely.
Don't walk
worry.
behind the
I know
horse,
Susie
Rich.
tells me that. Which
I love it.
Which side am I getting on?
Okay, left foot.
Okay, here we go.
Left foot in.
We're going to call this horse Edelman.
2, 3.
Yeah, Rich. Oh, Rich is on the horse.
Rich.
Yeah.
Okay, now I grab the
I've got
reins.
Gizmo, Rich. Who do you have over there?
Who do I have over here?
You have Pal.
This is Pal. I'm going to call this Pal. I'm going to call it Edelman because it's white and there's a Jew on it. Okay, here we go.
Rich, can we ride off into the sunset together, or what do you think?
I still have an hour to do. Here we go.
You do. Rich is not coming back. I just want to let you guys know that.
Let's go. Come on, Pal.
All right. So what do we do?
Give
Do
him a
we give it a little kick?
Little kick. Little kick.
Little
Okay,
kick, Rich.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
there-
Pal's
gosh.
riding, everybody. Pal's riding. Look out.
Why don't you follow? I'll
There we
follow
go.
you, Rich.
Well, I got
Oh, my guy's going the wrong way, Rich.
There we go. It's okay. Pal is now walking in circles.
I'll see you later, Rich.
So, Melissa, is this the craziest thing you've ever done on live television?
Rich, we're going to the
this is mine.
stadium.
Come on. Here we go.
Keep up.
Come on, guys. Here we go. Yeehaw.
Rich, when was the last time you rode a horse? Honestly?
How about this is the first time I've ever done this?
Ever ridden a horse?
I've never
and
done this.
Doesn't it feel good?
It does. I'm sort of guiding Pal someplace that I don't think Pal wants to go.
Should we turn? If you want it to turn,
yes.
I think you kick it. I think you kick one side if you want it to turn the other way, Rich.
I am now riding a horse towards University of Phoenix Stadium. This is my Uber right now. Pal is going to be walking around. Attaboy, Pal.
And this is how far Rich has come from 20 years ago.
Uh-huh. Melissa Stark and I are riding horses. Is this going on the Emmy reel? Got 45 seconds left.
my gosh.
Matt Hasselbeck next hour. I'm teasing the show on a horse.
Wait.
Come on, Pal.
And he's taking you off
There we
into
go.
the corner.
I don't know.
He might be doing something obscene back there.
Pal does not want to be on this show anymore. Come on.
Rich, come on. What do you have coming up in the show?
By the way, there's somebody riding a horse with a camera.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on, Melissa.
Rich, thanks for having me.
Matt Hasselbeck, hour 3, and your phone calls, 844-204-RICH, if Pal doesn't buck me off. Yeehaw. We're back with more here on The Rich Eisen Show. Thanks for coming, Melissa.
Thanks for having me, Rich.
All right.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.